Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, I want us to delve into this story of the Finance Bill 2024-2025 because it is the reason why Kenya is in crisis right now. And it's the reason why IMF had to come to Kenya and probably apologize to Kenya. Now, what is it about this finance bill? We all know that William RUTO wrote a memorandum and channeled it back to the parliament so that all the clauses in that finance bill be deleted. There was also a story from Otiende Amollo, from Ndegwa Njiru, that the finance bill can as well take effect if certain things are not done. So that is the reason why William RUTO wrote a memorandum requesting that all the clauses within it be deleted. Now, what followed that is that Otiende Amollo, generated a bill that was seeking to repeal the clauses. But then word has it that repeal bill was rejected. So let's delve into a statement that Moses Wetangula unleashed.
As you are aware, the president declined to assent to the finance bill 2024 and sent back with a memorandum indicating that he had rejected all the clauses of the bill. Remember that under our standing orders, when the president sends a memorandum of that nature, any member who wants to overturn that memorandum or any provision therein must garner 2/3 of the members of the House. That's about 233 or thereabouts of members. So we will be placing the memorandum before the House.
Moses Wetangula talked about the memorandum and what must be done if that memorandum is to take effect and the finance bill to be buried completely. So I want us to delve into this statement further because Moses Wetangula says the memorandum must be voted for. Now, like this video, and I'm so grateful for everyone who has been liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you've not subscribed before. To existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Now, before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to share this video from Moses Wetangula, and then you get to understand what Moses Wetangula talked about regarding the memorandum that William Samoei Ruto wrote and sent to the parliament. Just watch this video.
The president declined to assent to the finance bill 2024 and sent back with a memorandum indicating that he had rejected all the clauses of the bill. So that memorandum and rejection will also be part of the business of the House. Remember that under our standing orders, when the president sends a memorandum of that nature, any member who wants to overturn that memorandum or any provision therein must garner 2/3 of the members of the House. That's about 233 or thereabouts of members. So we will be placing the memorandum before the House. This also addresses the issue that I've seen in the media, that the bill was going to be operational within 14 days of the rejection of the memorandum. That is not true, and we have no provision in law or under the Constitution for that. The bill is in limbo, is in purgatory, so to speak, awaiting the next vote on it in the House.
Or if what we saw from the parliament proceedings is anything to go by, then we might find ourselves in a very, very precarious situation again.
It is very important to give clarity to our voters, to give clarity to Kenyans that this bill is dead. When you look at this memorandum, you'll realize that Kenyans have not yet come to understand very well on how Parliament operates. What stages that a bill goes through, the first reading, second reading, third reading, and also what happens when a bill is presented to the president for assent. So, Mr. Speaker, we used to have a friend of mine said that yesterday, that a colleague of mine, we used to have open days in Parliament where people used to be taken through these processes of the bill making, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a very, very important decision that has been made on a very important bill in this country, Mr. Speaker. And you know very well, before we went on recess, how emotive and how controversial this bill was, Mr. Speaker. And there are people in the country, our voters, who believe that this bill is becoming a law, Mr. Speaker. They believe that this bill is going to be implemented. But Mr. Speaker, and this is an unprecedented situation, because this is the first time since I came to this Parliament 10 years ago that a bill, the President has deleted every clause of a bill, Mr. Speaker. I'm not sure whether he has deleted even the title of the bill. We need to check that in the memorandum. But he has deleted every clause of the bill, Mr. Speaker. It's unprecedented. It has never happened. In the last 10 years, we used to have a memorandum that comes to the House where the President could have issues with one clause, 2 or 3 clauses. This is the first time that a whole bill has been deleted. What does that mean, Mr. Speaker? If you ask me as a legislature here, because you have to raise 2/3 numbers to undo what he has recommended, according to me, this bill is, what do they say, dead as a dodo, Mr. Speaker. They say dodo is an animal that used to live in Malaysia, which is instinct now. So the bill is instinct as we...
Malaysia, Madagascar.
Madagascar, you're right, Mr. Speaker, in Madagascar. So, Mr. Speaker, this bill as we speak is dead, because I don't think we have the capacity to raise 2/3 in this House, and we don't intend to do, because I'm the whip, I will not provide the 2/3 from our side to undo what the President has done. So, Mr. Speaker, it is very important to give clarity to our voters, to give clarity to Kenyans that this bill is dead.
Let me tell you something here. According to Wetangula, if 2/3 of the MPs vote to reject the memorandum, rest assured that finance bill will take effect. So here it is all about the numbers, and we are not saying that this cannot, it can actually be rejected by the people of the Kenya Kwanza. MPs of Kenya Kwanza are people you can't predict easily. Of course, William Ruto could have written a memorandum to making that requisition to have the clauses rejected. But what if the MPs vote, and now that there is talk that journalists are literally being thrown out, there is some ban on the Parliament, coverage, some ban, I think, is on the interviews. There was something that most Wetangula talked about here, which appeared to be some level of bans on media. But we talk about it in our next, another video. But for this video, the focus here is on this memorandum. I was just saying that if at all the MPs allied to Kenya Kwanza decide to do the injustice, now that it appears as if the demonstrations on the streets of Nairobi inaonekana kama ina tone down kidogo, if they decide that now let's vote to support let us reject this memorandum, you see, the blame shall have been apportioned to the members of Parliament and not William Ruto, because William Ruto atakuwa amenawa. Yeye aliandika memorandum akisema futa kila kitu. Wabunge wakaenda wakasema tumekataa hiyo memorandum yake. So what will that mean? That will mean that those clauses which Ruto had requested that they be deleted from the finance bill, they will all be operational. And people will have the MPs to blame. It's only a 2/3 majority, and the memorandum is rejected. Now, what do you understand by this unfortunate predicament that Kenyans will see find themselves in this event that those members of Parliament in Kenya Kwanza decide to do the injustice to Kenyans? Because mind you, there are people like Osoro. Sometimes back, after William Ruto had withdrawn that finance bill, declined to sign it, Osoro and Ichungwa talked about why they would still vote to support the finance bill. You know, if that is what Osoro made as an affirmation, and that is what Kichungwa also said as an affirmation, then it can simply mean one thing: these people can mobilize the members of parliament, because yesterday they skipped the proceeding. Most of them, they skipped. What if there was some mobilization going on? They skipped the proceedings, but part of the reason is because of the demonstrations which were going on. Because what was seen with the nomination of CSs, which appeared to be a decision ambayo William Ruto alikuwa amekeuka, because initially he had fired them, then he brought them back. What if this finance bill is not supported by the MPs and is totally rejected? What if that is what happens? What if they choose to now go to the individual clauses and vote them? Vote based on clauses, say that they will return other clauses. What if that happens? So there is still something here more than what meets the eyes, and it's just a matter of time before the details come out and we will know what is going to happen from the members of parliament who are going to be, attending those parliament sessions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to rest my case here. But what do you think about this latest statement from Mr. Wetangula? It's a very explosive one, but it's something that he had said. Now, perhaps if you're watching this video not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.